Wade has gone further by creating a workshop to share expertise with other individuals and union activists. The courage taken by Wade in ensuring basic human rights and educating others is a perfect fit for the OPSEU Human Rights Award. And it is my pleasure and privilege to present this award to Wade Stevenson.
You'll have to forgive me, I'm a little tall for the mic here. So. I haven't been a union activist for too long. As a matter of fact, only about 18 months ago, give or take a month or two. But my story as a union activist sort of relates to why I'm here today. A couple of years ago, I went to my employer with a new situation. I told my employer I'm transgender, or at least I identify as transgender. My employer goes, so you're going to be switching from male to female. When's your surgery? What do you need to do? I said, no. That's not exactly the plan. Transgender is a broad term. It covers many identities. One of those being crossing, so that's exactly what I am. That means I'm normally Wade's guy, but I'm one of those few guys who identify as gender variant. In this case, it's a cross-dresser. They're a large and invisible minority, but I'll guarantee you, each and every one of you probably knows a cross-dresser without knowing it. But I told my employer what I intend to do is practice my gender expression, because it is who I am. It is not my lifestyle. And my employer was also under that mistake. They thought it was my lifestyle, so, well, we'll just accommodate the person based on the lifestyle. Wrong. But I made that initial contact and said, let's start this process. Of course, at that point, I didn't involve OPSEU. I really did not like unions at that point. I was one of these people who said, unions, bang! But after 7-8 months of my employer being the Ministry of Health, sitting around twiddling their thumbs trying to figure out what they should do and hoping I'd go away, I got hold of a name here in OPSEU. His name was Philip Scherer. He was the chair of the Human Rights Alliance. I spoke with Philip briefly, told his situation, which led to a personal meeting between him and I thereafter. Then things really started to roll. I met with him about a month and a half later. We met here in Toronto at the Delta Chelsea. And I remember him meeting me outside the room where I was going to meet with him and a few other people, we thought. Philip had the foresight to meet me outside and say, there's going to be a lot of people in there. He asked me if I wanted to proceed. At that point, I faced a choice, as do a lot of people that choose to step forward in the workplace to be different. I could go back into the woodwork, back in the closet, and hide. But I decided to swallow my heart at that point and walk into that room. In that room were chairs of the Rainbow Alliance, the Provincial Human Rights Committee, and a consultant from QP. They were called in for their expertise in build an ally network, because what was recognized is that something new would be occurring. Well, transgender has been dealt with in the workplace before. It hasn't been dealt with in this facet, because in this case, you've got somebody coming along that's going to challenge the ideals of male and female, or a system of binary gender that we hold so dear on a daily basis. That's going to create some challenges. Some that could be foreseen, some that have yet to develop. Well, From there, things progressed. We started putting pressure on my employer to move their butts, which with the help of OPSEU and the union, they moved their butts. I'm now out in the workplace. I had that for about a year. There's a point I want to make, though. When it comes to unions have a lot of strength, and that's a lesson I've learned in the last little while. It's led me to become a union activist. There's a reason for that. I want to help others. I do it in my work, but I want to do it for everybody else. OPSEU has the power. We all have the power collectively. So what I say to you is that human rights, you failed to honor me with the Human Rights Award. This award, I thank you for it. But this award is not just about me. It is about each and every person in this room. Walk away from here today. Go back to your lives in your workplaces, knowing that as a member of the union, you can make a difference. All you have to do is say, I want